can't wait. I'm ready. Ready like a rose. Hey, it's just like that. We back, man. Welcome to another, you know what I'm saying, episode. Hold on, let me do that again. I said I'm gonna stop saying, you know what I'm saying. Because if I said it, you know what I'm saying already.
Yeah. I can't stand motherfuckers.
Me neither, but I say it all the fucking time.
If you don't stutter, you should not say that.
Thank you. There you go. Exactly. I feel his point. If you don't stutter, like I can see if you use certain words to keep yourself from stuttering and stuff like that. But yeah, if you don't,
because if you can regularly talk like this, you should understand what I'm saying. You understand everything I'm saying?
Without me saying,
but
you
feel
man,
like
man, I tell you what, man. Me and that goddamn 4 Ranger man, 8-9 broke that gas and that thing, man, about 40 miles an hour.
I listened to a Dragon interview. That's what made me come up with that. Hey,
oh yeah, he a bad stutterer, yo.
I didn't know it until I was like, oh. And he after everything he said, you feel what I'm trying to say? I was like, it's the only time a nigga really need to say that shit this much.
Except they stutter.
Damn.
Alright. I'm gonna keep all this in there too, as a matter of fact. Good stuff. I'm gonna clip this and put it on there. Anyway. And just like that, man, how y'all doing? This is ShopTalk NC 58 South. A couple good friends of mine.
How y'all doing? I'm B Mack.
Hello, I'm C-Lowe.
What you got going on? You know what I mean? Hey, whatever. So today I called up my folks because the state of dating, right? I just want to get some other people's perspectives on it. I know for me, it's not going the way I thought it would. It's not going as planned. You know, yeah, about to say it again, but it's not going as planned. And I came to the realization with some help from my own girl Joy that I'm gonna have to start looking for younger women. And then she reminded me that I'm me, and she goes, "So, are you sure you prepared to start talking to younger women? Because you don't like to be around younger women." But the things that I'm looking for is gonna
Can I ask what you're looking for that requires you to have a younger
family.
Why can't you get that from an older woman?
With kids already?
There's women that are older that do not have kids.
That are able to, like, it's a certain age where you want to have more than one, right? So I'm 36. I know anybody my age, we're gonna have to get together, go through the whole interview process, get to know you, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, then see about, you know, the kids.
Talking about the
so that's time. So that's time we already chopping off.
So you're saying a younger person, you can just meet them and have a baby with them? And
What I'm saying is I have more time to do all that with a younger person.
Oh, okay.
And plus, older women are already setting their ways anyway. Like, there ain't nothing new under the sun to them. They're not even gonna be fun.
I can't. Well, no.
That's not even gonna be fun.
Okay, so
let's go do this. Yeah, I did that. I did that with Mark. I did that with Mark.
Women always got their timelines. That's why the younger. That's the only part of the young women will make sense. With older women got that. Hey, like it's a danger for them to have kids at a certain age. That's the.
What is it like after 35 and after the geriatric pregnancy, right?
So with me being an older woman,
How old?
I'm 38.
Oh.
So, and yes, I have
You
had,
Yeah. For real, yeah. Ain't no lying on this. You can't lie on this table. This is not the lying table.
Fuck me up.
You thought I was younger?
Yeah, I ain't see 38.
Cause man, cause she,
38.
and you wouldn't even be able to tell that she smokes cigarettes because she don't look like the type of
I don't
person that
anymore.
smokes cigarettes. Oh, okay. But she never looked like she smoked cigarettes. It used to blow my mind. Cause all Newport smokers look like they smoke Newport. Like, damn, you look rough. You know?
Because I wasn't heavy into the smoking cigarette thing. It was kind of on and off.
Leisurely.
And then, so with the whole pregnancy thing, I get what you're saying because I have lost a son. Actually, I've lost 2 kids. But does it make me like feel like, oh, I'm on a timeline or I got to have a kid before? It doesn't for me. Like, I feel like if and when it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. So when you're over the age of 30, you are considered to having a geriatric pregnancy.
Ain't no air quotes. That's the thing.
But I mean, like, I just feel like because that's all based on stuff from science and back then and all this stuff, there are like well over like, I mean, I don't know why, you know, but there are people that are like 45, 50 and stuff that are having babies.
But
But
like,
is that the rule or the exception?
I don't, at this point, I feel like back in the day, it was kind of unheard of. People made you, and it makes women feel like they're on a time clock, that they have to have kids by a certain age because that's how it's always been. Yeah. You gotta have your babies this, and this. If not, you ain't gonna be able to have kids because your eggs is gonna be gone. That's just a lie. Like, it's just a lie. You don't have to be forced, because for me, I was one of those women. I focused on my career, and I focused on getting me together and making sure that when I have kids, they said, like, their college stuff is already set up, their accounts are already, you know what I'm saying? Like,
smart. Now these dummies just want to have
it's not,
kids.
and I don't feel like I have to, right, like, I'm not going to be in debt over something. If I'm already struggling, and then I'm about to have to put on another mouth to feed.
You should create more struggle. Create more poverty.
So I don't feel like, I just don't feel like the young thing.
These young girls don't understand it. I'm going to tell you right now. Them young dummies don't understand it.
Hey, man,
They don't understand that. I'm sorry. I didn't hear me touch my soul on that one. They don't understand that. Bro, we broke. What is we finna do? Bring another mouth to feed that ain't going to be broke too? For what? No, that's stupid.
Well, that may be the case, but my whole way of looking at it is, I would already have everything to sustain to bring you into the situation. It's not going to be, let's struggle together, then do this. You know what I mean? That's why I'm headstrong.
So you saying you already got stuff prepared, you just want a woman to come in and just boop, boop.
Family.
It's pretty much the woman's role anyway.
I want to make a family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking for. But you know, it's a little, it's a little difficult out here, man. For one, it seemed like in Greensboro, North Carolina, as soon as you, matter of fact, I don't care where you live in North Carolina, right? As soon as you get pregnant, they give you an apartment in Greensboro and tell you you can go live there, you and your kid. Y'all can go live there. That's where all of them at. As soon as you get pregnant, you can come here. That's what it look like.
So, like, I think the dating scene is jacked up because, I mean, everybody nowadays dates because of sex and off of sex and how sex makes them feel.
Oh, them ain't even dates though. They just.
I mean, like, that's what people nowadays consider dating.
Sex and how sex make you feel.
Like,
what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, when they're dating. Like, so nowadays, the most thing, like, you meet a guy, you hooking up with them the first time you meet up. I'm just saying most people.
But Tinder's not for
like them.
Tinder's not for
like,
I like them.
And yeah, people are on this Tinder app and stuff.
Hold on, what
like,
is it?
I don't get that.
Tinder, Instagram, Bumble. There you go, Bumble.
I ain't never heard of Bumble.
Yeah, my homegirl put me up on there.
That's like a dating site?
Same thing as the rest of them. Plenty of fish. They all pretty much just for smashing and dashing.
But that's the dating scene.
But they say it's for hooking up to find relationships.
To find
everybody on there
to find this. But this is the new norm. Like, oh, I see you. I'm out at the club. I see you over there. I'm going to give you a little signal. Like, what's up? Then we probably going to talk. And then we might talk on the phone. But then we smash it. And then, like, oh, she on the phone with her girls. Like, this is
And that's how it always been.
I mean, like, I don't feel like, yes, you talk to your people about somebody. But why is they're talking to somebody based on the sex? Because if you trash, guess what they on the phone talking about? Shit about you. Man, he couldn't fuck. Or if it's great, like, girl.
It's always been like that though.
But that's what I'm saying. So not always, but like I would say the younger ones base that primarily, that's it. If you can have sex great, then let's get in a relationship. That's not about thinking about, well, let's think about other stuff. Like,
that's
are you
great.
Educated?
What would be, no whole list of things, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure, don't need a whole list of stuff, but give me like 3 things you'd be looking for when you're trying to find somebody.
Like, physical wise or just altogether?
3 things. Whatever it is that makes you be like, hey, him, I like him.
So for one, that has to be something that automatically attracts me to you. Whether that's be like your smile, the way you look, how you got it together, something one has to be something physically attractive to you. When I talk to you, you got to be able to converse with me and keep me interested and have topics. Like, I don't like basic conversations. And if I'm switching topics or if I'm talking about something else and I feel like you're like, don't understand what I'm talking about or not following or have no interest, then I know that me and you really are not going to get along. So it's cool being you, homie. Alright.
Can I ask you something on that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, go get your third one. I'll save it. Get your other one out.
The third one.
I have questions on these.
Our family is really important to me. So how you treat your parents, your mother, you know, like your father, your siblings, all how you value family is a big thing with me.
This is off initial.
Because you have to understand where I'm at right now. I'm in another. I'm 38 years old. Right. So at maybe 20 something, I'm not really like I'm still looking for certain qualities. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on a different path. But for me at this point, I'm over the wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Ain't no more catch and release.
Me, you know
Ain't no more catch and release for you.
Like, I'm over that stuff, and you know what I mean. But we can definitely, like, I can definitely meet somebody, and we can have a great time, and we can experience some great things together. I'm not saying I'm over that part of it, but I'm over the running around and all that back and forth.
Okay, so you said you like conversation stuff like that. You a talker, right? Mm-hmm. Most men don't. They just be talking like that. So, are you more of a pick the conversation or have something to talk about, or you just want to talk and just expect for him to just have something to talk about?
I don't expect for him to have something. If he has something that he wants to talk about, great. That's even better. But I have stuff that I like. What do you think about XYZ? Like, have you ever thought about that? Or like, I'll ask that, and you can either be like, or if you give me something and you're totally against it and kind of like push me off, then okay, cool.
I can't stand them women that they just want to talk but want you to have something to talk about. I don't like to talk like that. The stuff that is going through my head, you don't want to sit here and talk about. I don't even want to talk about because it's stupid. It's random. It's a lot of shit. So it's like I don't want to get that. Dating is hard. It's stupid, man. It's stupid.
So
do you not currently, like, are you not trying to date? Like, so you're wanting to date, right?
Well, this is where I'm at, right? So I'm more focused on making sure everything that I've written down is getting knocked off, right? Okay. So along the way, if I meet somebody that's cool, I'm for that, but I'm not gonna deviate from this path to go search for that. I'm not gonna take away, you know what I mean? That's only gonna hinder me, and it ain't gonna help us in the long run at all. Right. If I stop doing what I'm doing to go do that. You know
that's the hard part, because I'm in a relationship, and that's what's fucking me up.
See? Because you gotta give time to that.
It's hard to do what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do and accomplish. And they cater to every emotion you got, all your feelings and all these conversations you want to have. This is stupid as fuck.
Well, like, how long have you been dating? If you don't mind asking?
This is the longest I've been with. This is going on 2 years. This is the longest I've ever been with anybody. My longest relationship before this was literally 5 months.
He has his associates in dating.
Like, cause I was never growing up. I never wanted to get married. I didn't care about relationships like him. I cared about what I wanted to do and build and shit. All the other shit, you can come along for the ride. But it's like, once you come along, listen, I ain't finna care about a lot of shit that you care about.
What do you mean by that? Like,
women, y'all care about a lot. Y'all care about how this make me look. How does this make me feel? What are we doing? All of this. It's hot outside. How's this gonna make me look? How's my hair? Bro, let's just go. Just do this shit. Like, it's too much. And plus I'm a like bottom line type of person. So like, I'm just like, did it get done? I don't give a damn how it happened. Did it get done? Y'all want to know, no, it's supposed to get done like this way, like this and that and that.
Not necessarily all. Like,
a lot.
I would say a lot, but I just feel like I'm not a picky.
Go back to the younger you now. Go back to the younger you. When I say all, and I like go back
But
to
the younger
me
me though, I'm still different because I wasn't one of the types, even like wanting to be in a relationship or whatever. I've never been clingy. I've never needed like to say X, Y. Like I'm just, I don't like that clingy stuff. Like for me, I'm kind of the opposite. You ain't gotta be around me every day. You ain't gotta be in my face all the time because at the end of the day, like there are goals. Like for me, this is I think where people miss it. You're in a relationship not to make the other person happy. Like, to be honest.
I'm not responsible for your happiness.
You're not responsible for the other person's happiness.
Tell your women that.
I need to be happy before I am in a relationship with anybody
else. Get on your Facebook and Instagram and
tell. But I mean, that's true. And like, I heard somebody said that, like, that was famous not too long ago. And I'm like, yo, I've been saying that, but because
I'm not famous. I'm not famous and told her this. That's what I was going with. I told her like, yo, I'm not
it's true.
responsible for
Like
your
you gotta
happiness.
understand, like women, we're emotional creatures. We're emotional beings, and a lot of stuff. Sometimes instead of us thinking through it logically, we use our emotions and we emotionally we rationalize on that, and it's like we put our emotions and we attach emotion with love.
Yeah,
that's not it. We gotta detach that. Like
love is an emotion. That's it.
And it's just like so. I feel like that's where we get off. Like I gotta make him or her happy. No, they need to be happy before we are already in a relationship. So once we get to that point, it's like you should have your own goals and dreams.
Right.
I have my own goals and dreams, right? I gotta work on that, and you gotta work on that. If we spend it 24/7 together, this ain't getting accomplished, and we're not getting where we need to be in life. And my job in a relationship with you is to support you to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to support and I'm going to push you like, you go get that shit. Go get that shit. And then in the turn, I expect you to be like, go get that shit. Go get that. And I'll be like, hey, are we getting it?
But when you got one that's getting it and the other just sitting and wondering why time ain't being spent together. And it's like, you need a life. You need to go fucking do something.
You need a life.
Go get a hobby. Don't fucking think I'm going to stop moving because you bored. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's where it is. So then that's when you have to state other things.
That's why I say marriage is not about love. It's a partnership.
It is.
Nah,
it's not a partnership.
It's not a partnership.
It is a partnership.
No, it's not a partnership.
What is it?
There's a leader, and there's a follower. There's no partnership.
Okay, there's a majority stakeholder and there's a minority stakeholder. If I got 60% and you own 40%, we still partners in this.
There ain't no way we partners. If I own more,
we still partners.
If I do more than you, we're not partners.
No, we're still partners.
Why it's gotta be you do more than me when it comes to marriage? Just to like, why is it you?
How are there two leaders in the household? Explain
okay,
that
for
to me.
one, I'm not saying yes. I understand a male. You want to lead the household. Great. Lead the shit, right?
Then there's no
but that
partner.
doesn't mean
there's no partner.
What do you mean? You can't be a leader by yourself without a support group.
How are there two leaders? Explain two leaders.
There's one leader. I get what you're saying. But when I say your partner, like your partner in like you said you wanted her to take care of the house, right?
Help me. I prefer the word help me.
But she's taking care of the house, so when you're not there, she's in charge, right, of the house.
Yeah,
so that's your instead of you the owner, that's your guy, you the CEO, this is your
GM.
manager.
That's my GM.
That's your partner. Partner's just a term.
You understand the word partner means we doing everything 50-50 split it down.
Well, for me and mine, like I told you before, if you ain't paying for shit, you gonna shut the fuck up. So if you finna be doing all this talking, we partners, okay? We're partners. We're working together, like she said. You got that going on, I got this going on, and then we gonna come together and have us going on.
There is one leader. There are no leaders of a team. There is a leader.
There are many leaders of a team.
We can have co-captains.
One
right.
leader.
Just like I'm the basketball head coach, right? Mm-hmm. I'm the head coach. Mm-hmm. I'm the head honcho.
I'm the
leader.
You the only
I'm the only head coach, right?
But
guess what I got?
An assistant
I got
coach.
an assistant coach.
Helpmate. You the only head coach.
But they're still a leader. Why? Because they're a leader over the other people that are on the team. So they're still a leader.
And they answer to who?
Both. Okay,
the people on the team.
the assistant coach answers to who?
The head coach.
The head
Who
coach.
the head coach answers to?
The GM and CEO.
Whoever's in charge of
The GM and
There you go. It ain't split. It ain't no split shit. It's one person that runs shit.
But see, because he's coming from like where he's the breadwinner. Like he's more like a
It's
like the help.
one
She's
person
at home like a
that runs
housewife.
shit. I don't understand.
That's where he's coming
I don't
from.
understand what y'all talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's like-
So okay, putting it like that. Because for me,
You led your team to victory. You the head coach.
I get what you're saying.
They
but
played
even
great.
though, like, so my point of view,
Mhm.
yes, I would have a leader. You know what I'm saying? But he or she may not be the breadwinner of me. You
The
get
breadwinner
what I'm
don't
saying?
mean-
Let me ask.
And he or she, just because they don't have to be the breadwinner to be a leader, but that because you're the leader does not mean you're gonna make all decisions by yourself and
Who
you're
said
not
that?
gonna need
Who
help.
said that?
Or-
All I
or-
said was there's
Well,
one
I'm
leader.
just gonna say I would never be the role of playing housewife role, just because I'm just too invested of where I've come from and the businesses I have and the stuff that I do. So I'm just not that type of woman. So I get maybe for another type of woman, yes.
I
For
get
me.
exactly how you talking about.
That's-
That's how I'm like that. It's like I said, if I'm paying for it, they was like, you gonna have to shut up.
How often do you like for a guy to always ask you, so what you want to do? How you want to do it? When you want to do it? Instead of just, hey, this is what we're doing. This is when we're gonna do it. Would you like to come?
That's great, but it doesn't mean sometimes if we're doing something.
I said, how
ask-
many times do you like for him to do it? Would you like it to be 100% of your experience? Somebody always asking you who, what, when, where.
No, not
So you like,
always
so you
asking
like,
me.
you would like to be led sometime.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not
All right,
saying
one
all-
leader. It ain't two of them. Huh?
This is my problem with this shit.
So it ain't two of
Let
them.
me ask you.
So it ain't two of them.
Let me ask y'all that zip.
You don't even like, you out your own mouth. You don't even, that shit annoying. It's annoying.
Why y'all like to be considered to an extent? Well, that pisses me off. I don't like that shit. Cause like he just said.
But I was just using the leader.
I know.
Don't look like we're attacking you.
No, I'm not attacking you. It's not you. I'm talking about women, and I got a lot of proof.
Well, she can't speak. She can't speak for all of them.
I can't speak for all of them. I just speak for
Like
myself.
I'm not the black dread hair representative.
I'm
You know what I mean? She
speaking
can't
on
speak for all.
behalf of how all these women do. They all do this shit. They all say they want to do
At
the
B Mack on Instagram.
All women say that I want a man to be like, hey, be ready at such and such time. We'll pick you up. We're gonna do that. All y'all say that. First of all, you're never gonna be ready at that fucking time, even if I say it. That's number one. And number two, if I say that shit and then you don't want to do it, no woman just y'all give a little shit to be like to let a motherfucker know I really don't want to do this shit. Why are we here? Like we got to do everything to please y'all. So when a nigga just go ahead and say, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I'm tired of making all decisions. You want me to make all the goddamn decisions, but when I decide some shit, you don't really like it. So y'all like to be considered to an extent. When I'm the type, I'm going to go ahead and consider you already, because I already know you probably ain't finna fuck with the shit that I'm a regular fuck with. Because if you think about it, dudes don't change. Like, dudes get around their boys from the time they little to the time they grown ass men, they just fucking same. They only change when a fucking woman comes involved, because we got to be tender. We got to be emotional. We got to cater to that shit. When our whole lives we was talking about fuck that emotional shit.
That's true, but I have been around. So I've dealt with a guy who is cool, but we're not in a relationship. We're just kicking it, right? And yes, I will say I'm an emotional person, just because of. I won't say that I'm too emotional, but I would say over the last 3 years, I have become an emotional person because of shit that I've gone through, right? Mm-hmm. And in that, and dealing with this person who is not emotional, like you said, a typical man, he's like, I don't.
With all that shit.
I ain't with all
From the
that,
time he's
like,
born, he's taught fuck all that emotional
but
shit, nigga.
I value that because I learned.
Which part?
So like in his like non-emotion or whatever, he's never disrespectful.
Stoicism, right? Ain't that what
He's
it's called?
never like.
Stoicism, being stoic. How you just like?
Yeah, he's never like makes me feel.
It's philosophy.
I guess what you're trying to say, like, or like, you know, like, because we're emotional, sometimes men will be like, dang, just shut up. Like, you kidding, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, you know what I'm saying? But he's even though he's not that emotional person, and he'd be like, yo, you way too emotional. That's his phrase. Like, you way too emotional. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I can respect that because I'll be like, you right. Like,
we logic based.
Like, you right. Like, I shouldn't even be like,
somebody,
and I'm like, you right. Like, why? But it takes somebody, like, for me to say that versus not, like, if you came to me and you like, God, you so emotional, shut the fuck up, or da 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 da. So now we got an issue, because if I'm already emotional about something and then you come at me and I'm already in that emotional state, that might trigger something else. And now we got a problem, and that's where women go off, because now we like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you like, oh, here you go, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then that's where our arguments start, and now here we are, we're at each other because it's a simple communication, like, give and take thing. Like, I respect the fact that he checks me on I be like, you right, I shouldn't even care that much. Like, you right, but let me get to myself. It's the delivery and how it's done. Like, I can understand, yes, sometimes we are emotional, because that's, you gotta understand, just like y'all were taught to be men and not to have that. We were taught to be nurturers and loving and caring. So that is in us. So sometimes, no matter how hard we try to be, it's going to come out, whether we want it or not. So sometimes, yes, we don't need to be fighting about, I'm just using this example, like, the wrong ice cream. Okay, you emotional. He got you the wrong ice cream, bitch. Oh my God, like, I get that, because I be like, my mouth was set on.
But then, you should have went to the store and got it.
But okay, you see what I'm saying? You see how you say that?
That was logically.
So like, I get that, like, but then it's like, in that moment, it's kind of like, we sent you to the store to get this. You got the wrong thing. But all you gotta do, like, if I'm like emotional about the thing, sound like, it's ice cream. You want the ice cream or not, baby? You still got ice cream.
That's why I smoke weed. That's stupid. Why I gotta do all that? Why you just can't be like, you know what, it's just my ice cream.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I use that as example, as in like somebody checking you. Like, you ain't gotta be like how you said it the first time, like, bitch, you sure would've got yourself. Who the fuck you talking? Like, that's gonna cause a whole nother level. Like,
I had to check my girl recently. Like, we getting flights and shit. So she came to me, she was like, what do you think about these flights? And me personally, I don't care. Like, as a man, I'll fly Spirit. I don't give a fuck how I get somewhere, as long as I get there and get back. I don't give a fuck. Y'all got to be comfortable. Y'all got to make sure the seat can go back. You got to make sure, hey, I'm in the car. I'm going to get some snacks on the plane. Hey, make sure my neck pillow and all that.
Hold on, brother. As a person who used to not fly at all, started flying in the past couple years, shit, nigga, I won't be comfortable.
Right, but I'm saying, but on a quick little flight or something, it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you asking me like, I'm a type, well, I don't care, motherfucker. All right, we take a bus there. If that's how we're going, just fuck it on the bus. Like, if that's how we going. And she's like, but why you don't want to do all this? I'm like, listen, all this shit is for you. You need all this comfort and all this. I'm the type of nigga, it don't take much to please me. A ride there and back is...
You eat a raw steak sandwich. This motherfucker,
like,
you don't care how you get there.
A ride there and back is...
I gotta be comfortable on my trip. No. Like, trip comfortability.
Alright, like, it's... Like, so it's like, she coming, I'm like, listen, you getting mad right now. For what?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you to think about everything to get a flight that's going to cater to you. I'm telling you to pick the one that's good enough for you, don't worry about me, and you get mad. Because I'm cool with all them bitches. You don't like none of them.
She was needing a leader in that moment, man.
I led your ass to make a decision for your fucking self.
No.
Yeah,
because if you need a leader, so if I had said, go with the 7 o'clock flight. Well, but that means we're going to get here at this time and this going to go. Okay, we'll do the 4 o'clock flight. But I don't want to leave that early because pick the fucking one you fucking want to.
I just feel like
yeah,
dating.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, all of this stuff, all of dating and everything, when you are with or you think you're with your person, it's a thing about finding your person and what works for you and your person. Like, I feel like, yeah, because we always take, like, we're all sitting here, like, we all three have different views of dating, right?
Got shades on.
But we all have different views because it comes from how we think, how we were raised,
And
how we do, you know what I'm
experience.
saying? Experiences. But we gotta take it like, so that should be an example of there's not a one way to have a relationship or a dating book or a manual or rules. Whoever put out these dating rules that people say and stuff, it's bullshit. Like all this stuff, and I'm just gonna be honest, and I don't want to sound racial or anything like this.
Hey man, you cool. This is a safe space.
But 9 times out of 10, all these rules that we following and shit came from the white man, and it was never intended for people of color in the first fucking place. And we sit here and try to implement this shit. Like, let's just go back to like what works for you
it's just
and your person.
Relationships are just about an understanding.
Communication.
Many wives, many girlfriends, many girlfriends.
And if that's what you want,
you know what I mean?
then I'm pretty sure there are women out here that might accept being with you and other people. You get what I'm saying? But it's a communication thing. Like, what works for somebody else ain't gonna work for the next person. And you gotta understand that. And you gotta find what's right for you. And then somebody's like, what y'all doing? What works for us? This how we get down. Like, whatever you gotta say about it, that's cool or whatever. It don't matter, because what this does works for us. Like, and people, once people get to that understanding, like, I think there will be more healthier relationships. Because all these rules, like, you got to be this, and that.
That shit's stupid.
Says the fuck who? Like,
I'm sorry, I ain't want to cut you.
Yeah, like, I just feel like dating, regardless, back then and now, is a communication thing. And do what the fuck works for you. Stop all this rule shit. Stop trying to follow people. Stop trying to keep up with somebody. What works for you and yours, period.
Do you consider it a date if you pay?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this?
Why do I feel like I gotta, like, somebody always gotta pay for me? Like, no.
I'm asking.
What is considered a date? Because people be saying dates. I don't be looking at it like I'm going on a date. I just like, hey, I'm about to go to something to eat. You going or not? I'm offering to you want to go to something to eat.
That goes back to the thing. People consider, like, what is the textbook date? A dinner and a movie and a this and that. A date is whatever you make it. A date is whatever you want.
I never called it like. But honestly, when I used to go out with chicks, I never called like this is a date. I was like, hey, bro, we're going to a bar. Let's go watch a movie. Let's go out to eat or something. Like, to me, it ain't a date. But to them,
so what is a date to you?
I don't know what the fuck a date is. Like, I don't look at them as dates. I'm just like, I'm going out to eat. Like, I would be doing this shit with or without you.
I consider a date
like,
to me. I tell you, this day, this time, we're doing this. I'm coming to pick you up. That's what we're doing on that date. That's a date.
Valentine's Day shit, that's a date. Like special occasion shit. To me, I guess that'll be a date to me. Some special occasion shit. Other
like
than
birthdays and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're going out there. That's not it. That's a birthday dinner. Or
so anything you do on a Monday, that ain't. And it's a random Monday, ain't no date.
Shit to me, Monday through Monday shit is just some regular shit. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just ain't never like the whole date shit. I'm like, we just going to get something to drink. Like, this ain't nothing special to me. Like, we just going to get some food.
All I know is, if I come over there after the news go off, this ain't a date. This is a stop.
A smash?
It's a stop by. I'm just stopping.
A smash?
Stopping by.
If you come over there after the news.
It's just stopping by.
What news?
You mean like the news channel, like the news, like
news come on at 10. News come on at 10. News come on at 11. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about 11 o'clock.
You just said the news.
That's what I was like. You mean like
that shit come on throughout the day.
It's all times of the day, like 6 o'clock, like that.
My fault. That's on me. Communication was terrible right there. I mean the evening news. No, evening news.
I was like, not even. You mean the late?
Nightly news.
Nightly news.
So, okay, so you're saying if you come over after 11, then
just a stop by. There's no.
What's a stop by?
What you mean? You just stop through for a little bit.
It's a booty call.
Check on you. Stop.
You coming over there to have sex?
Stopping through, check on you.
You're not checking on you.
I am. Make sure your inside's straight before I go. Make sure your inside's good before I get up out of here.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's all. That's all that is. But a lot of people consider they consider that dating somebody because that's what they're doing. Say maybe 3 times a week, right? They call that person for that, so they feel they going together or they date. That's what I've learned from talking to folks.
That's true, but that's where you have to
Ask how old they are.
boundaries.
That's how you have to ask how old they
And
are.
no, because I have dealt with the person almost 2 years, and we are not dating.
Just checking on each other.
Hey, listen, I have
just
a rule.
stopping by.
I have a rule. If you mess with somebody more than 3 times, that's a relationship.
Your rule dog shit.
Y'all have
count over here.
understanding. Y'all have an understanding.
That rule does not count over here.
Y'all got more than 3 times. There's an understanding that hey, this is what y'all doing.
I mean,
That's the
it's
type of
all
relationship.
communication. It's a type of. It can be whatever you formed it to be. You could be a cool. In my instance,
It's a type of relationship.
it is.
Y'all have.
Like it's that's my homie.
Because if once or twice you smash somebody one time, that's a one night stand. You ain't gonna ever see him again. That's nothing. You hit him twice, I just double back. I ain't gonna see you no more. That third time it's like, all right, bro, we didn't.
How?
But why?
How's that in a relationship?
But how is it?
But that was 2 because I was never messing with somebody more than 3 times. I was like, bitch, I must not mess with you more than 3 times. If I do, then we have something.
So you like the internet news subscription? You have reached your day. You have reached your yearly.
Your trial subscription is up.
You gotta pay for the rest of this.
That's how.
Gotcha.
That's how I was mad at relationships, dog.
And see, that works for you. That works for you. That, you know what I'm saying? For me and my friend, that's my people. But we not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, but y'all saying y'all have. When I say relationship, like y'all have some type of understanding. Like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Y'all relationship is what he's saying is y'all don't have a we go together relationship, but y'all relationship is we're cool.
Y'all
have
buddies.
sex.
Like,
We cool. Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's
the
the relationship that y'all have.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got somebody more than 3 times. Hey, y'all got a relationship going on. You got some shit to establish.
Yeah, that's my people. But do you expect me to be loyal to you? No. Do I expect you to be loyal to me? No, but I know. But I know that be respectful. You know what I'm saying? We're respectful. You know what I'm saying?
That's the type of relationship.
That's the type of relationship that we choose to. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I want that something like that forever? No. Like I feel like, but see,
when did you cut that off though?
When you find someone, one of the two. Find somebody, they be like, hey, bro, we got to cut this out because I'm about to be with this.
But then that somebody that you find pisses you off.
They be like, hey, shout out. Yeah, they be like, hey, shout out. Yeah, because this is how it go. Once you meet that person, you tell them, hey, look, I just met him. And that person you're talking to, 9 times out of 10, they ain't found nobody at the same time you did. So they like, motherfucker, I'm still about to do that anyway. So that's how it goes. So as soon as this shit over with, hit my phone. Like, that's how it go.
I feel like.
Is that not true? You say y'all. Like 2-3 years, you say y'all this establishment y'all had. Somebody that met somebody at that time.
You do have an associate.
I mean, like I would say now, as far as like, we're just solid. Like so, we're just cool. Like we hang out and we're just friends. We're not sexual anymore, and we haven't been that way for about 6 months.
Okay.
So we just
still new. It's still new.
What do you mean?
6 months though. It's still 6 months. They still got the opportunity to go.
But I just feel like that's just the space that we've grown into because at this point, from both our ends, we had community. I feel like, or I'm gonna speak from my end. I ain't gonna put it. It was getting a little too much outside of just the sexual relationship. The actual just.
Being around
each other, we chilling, we hanging out, everything's cool. It was like, whoa, okay, let me step back. I think I might be falling like in a whole other way.
Y'all was fucking too much.
So y'all was around each other.
I'm like, oh God.
So I just want to make sure I get it straight. Y'all was around each other, having a good time. Sex was cool. Y'all was cool with each other, and then at some point y'all realized, hey. This shit is too good.
Okay,
they started breaking the dynamics of their relationship.
No.
They started breaking that.
We had something, we had a communication that we had to deal with. Okay. And that's what I'm going to call it. It's just a situation, right?
If you can, what does that mean?
So we went through something.
Nothing major.
Nothing like that.
I mean, don't tell me the whole thing. Just generalize it.
Nothing like that. It's just like we had a situation. And so for us, after the situation, it was, let's sit down and have this talk.
Okay.
Right.
But for you, like, the situation, like, we never disrespected each other. We never anything. You still my homie. You still had my back. You have still been there. I've been there for you. Like, at this point, like, you're considered a friend to me, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know exactly.
Is that all y'all friends? All y'all friends don't say y'all smash?
Your whole point of view just told everything, the situation and the talk y'all had. That nigga started catching feelings like a motherfucker. He started getting a little too goddamn far in the relationship part of it. He was falling too much.
Oh, he went with her, but she ain't go with him?
That's more started where we're going towards.
I don't
what
think
she just said.
No.
This nigga started caring.
Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Where you at?
No. I feel like of course he cares. Like, he cares for my well-being. Like, I've seen that because it's not off of what he says. It's how he shows and how he acts. You know
he started doing too much boyfriend shit.
Not even that. Like, I think we were past the whole, like, it was kind of like we were acting like boyfriend and girlfriend, but it just wasn't. We knew the situation, it wasn't anything. Like, I still feel like that's my homie. I can go chill over there. I can whatever. If I need to stay over there, I done stayed over there a couple of times and we don't smash. You get what I'm saying? It's just not
on the couch.
No, in the same bed. Like, it's to that point to now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still my homie, and we've developed a friendship over these 2 years. Like, if I need, like, it's just not at that place. So I say that to say, like, it's how you communicate that, and it's how you set that up. Like, for me, I'm pretty sure, like, he may have smashed within the last 6 months since we're no longer smashing, and that's cool. I'm not like, that ain't you, because you're not my man. You get what I'm saying? I'm not worried about that. And if you have, and we end up smashing again, I know that you've kept yourself cool enough to come back around and smash. You ain't gonna bring nothing back around this way because you know I'm fucking crazy. Like, don't.
Saying what I told you, they take a little break. Somebody gonna find something.
And that's great. Like, but for me, at this point, like, because I felt like we were getting too close and too involved, and that's not our direction. We were not set up that we were going to have a relationship. That's not how we started. We set it up. This is what it is. So for me, like, great, do whatever. Like, for me at this point, now that my, like, attachment of sexual stuff is gone, like, I think I'm 38 years old. I'm ready to find my person to, like, have a dope ass life.
She's all fucked out.
And no. Because I need my person. I'm a very sexual person. So I am not all fucked out, you asshole. Like, I just.
She said, yeah, now that we doing smashing, now I'm trying to find somebody.
I want my, you know what I'm saying?
I've been aired out too much. Hey, I'm tired of my ass out. I'm trying to come do this.
I just want my person. Like, I want to travel. I want to be, like, let me tell you. I got shit going on.
Right on.
I'm a successful person.
You need a partner.
You know, I just feel like I want to do life with, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't want to travel and go to these places by myself. Not to say that I need a man to go to places, because I travel by myself. Like, I'm just saying, I have a good life.
You want somebody along for the ride.
I want somebody to enjoy the life. And then I'm saying we can probably excel and become greater than what we already are. Because I expect you to be great if I'm going to be with you. You get what I'm saying? So
I like how you just said that. You didn't say if you're gonna be with me. You said if I'm gonna be with you.
That's like, it's a two-way thing. Like, I'm not gonna. But I'm just at that point. Like, I'm just tired of, like, I just want to be with my person. Like, I want to be able to come home and, like, smile and be like, whatever, and love with my person, and then be like, whatever. Or if I want to come home and play the PlayStation, like, you want to get on the game real quick? You don't? Oh, okay, cool, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. I'm different. I'm a gamer. I like to chill. I'm a sport.
Hey, this ain't no classified. Don't be.
I just don't do that. Like, I'm not. So I want my person. Like, I just, at this point, I done played the field. I mean, my inbox stay full. Like, that's not the issue. I just want my person.
You ever been a sugar mama?
A sugar mama?
Or a cougar?
Hell no. I mean, young guys come around, but I'm not nobody. Let me tell you something. I'm the wrong motherfucker to come over here and say, I'm gonna pay your way and shit. Hell no, Bobby. Like, that shit, that's just the path that I took. You get what I'm saying? Everybody takes their path. So when I started college and I started school, I had a goal. And every goal I knocked off, I went to another goal. And that's just my journey. So I'm sorry, like, I'm not here to take care of nobody because you have your own journey. Now, if you wanna come together and like you're on your own journey and I'm on my own journey, and then we can do something together and have a journey together, that was.
So when you came up, you one of the type of women who just, you coming up, you just want to get married and have the kids and be family. You wasn't one of them. You had like, hey, I want to be an actual doctor and do all this shit. Like you was one of them.
Because I came from like my mom was a single family, you know. Yeah. But she was always like, you're not here just to have babies, and you're not here just to be somebody's helpmate. What do you want to be out of life? And whatever you want to be, make sure it's something that you enjoy and find a way to make money in it.
Right.
And so that's just what I did.
So how does that type of woman in a relationship, how the dynamics of a regular relationship, how does that fit? Because to me, that shit works perfect because it's like you got some shit to do. That means I ain't got to worry about you worrying about me and what the fuck I'm doing all the time. Because you out here doing some shit.
That's me. Like, I think the relationships I have had, that's the opposite. It's like, you don't have time for me. So for me, I've dated women and men, right? Love is love.
Okay.
I don't discriminate.
Headache is headache.
Headache is headache. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
why would you want another woman to give you a headache if you know you give yourself one?
I'm trying to tell you, like, coming from another woman, I love you women, but sometimes that's why I'm speaking like this. We gotta ease the fuck up.
I got a serious question for you.
But let me answer his question.
Yeah.
Yes, for me that's a problem. So I don't have every day, all hours, all time, every day to cater to you or to spend time with you. I don't. I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta do this because this is part of my business. It's gonna make us some money. And you know what I'm saying? And if this don't get done, that means it's fucking with my money, and I don't let nobody fuck with my money.
Right.
That's
back to the partnership shit I was talking about. This is why I said that, right? That because you the leader, like you the head honcho, you bring on out of what if some shit happen to you? Now where that income comes in at.
Where's coming from?
That's why I want you to have some shit going on, Shawty. So just in case I can't go get on this stage, you got me right
Thank you for helping me, my helpmate. See where y'all getting the partnership from. But serious question though. I don't know why y'all keep trying to make
because that's his view, but that's how he view it, and we gotta understand that's his view of it, and that's what he wants. So okay. You got a totally different view, and I do got another one.
Multiple leaders. If you feel like that exists, just explain it to me in the comments.
We got a co-captain.
Explain it to me. There's only one head coach. Those players play for one person. Anyway, my question to you. You say you dated women, right? Y'all ever been on y'all periods at the same time in a relationship? How is that in the house? How the fuck is that?
It does because it syncs. When you're around somebody or around a female for so long, typically your cycles sync together.
That's gotta be like
crazy.
Tasmanian devil in the house.
It is.
That's
emotional. Nuts. That's why I be like, for me, when I dated women, when you at the time, I've always had at least a 2-bedroom or more. So when it's that time, you go to your space, I'm gonna go to mine. Okay,
so it ain't
might
just
need some space.
Y'all know y'all crazy. It ain't just us.
It's crazy. But Damon Wayans just had the best joke to me. Like it was like a relationship with two women. Like it's crazy because of how like emotional they are. Like how the fuck does that even work? But it was like two men in a relationship. That shit works all up until it's time to go to bed. Because you think about it throughout the rest of the day, you just with your boy. You just with your homeboy. Until it's time to go to sleep now, it's like, hey, somebody got to be the woman. So it's like, oh, man to man, like a man to man relationship makes most sense because these niggas just out living their life and having fun until it's time to lay down. So why the fuck do women put this like, y'all are a lot, y'all know y'all a lot. Like you can sit here and say like, you know you are a lot, right? As a woman, like the emotional stuff that you go through, that's a lot, right?
Yeah, emotionally wise. Sometimes emotionally wise, it can be a lot, but it's all about how you handle it. Like every woman is emotional, flat out. If you meet a woman that's not emotional, you might need to check something because they might not have started out as a woman. They done changed some stuff, and that's what you want to do. That's cool. I'm all for it. Like I'm not. But we are all emotional. But it's how we deal with the emotions. Sometimes we are in a place that we have matured and we don't let our emotions affect us, and we can work through that on our own.
When is that stage?
Sometimes. Maybe that happens, but you want a young woman,
Is that a
so
certain
you ain't
age?
gonna.
Is that a certain age that happens?
For what I'm looking for, I have
don't
no
feel
choice
like,
but to.
I would say it's two. Sometimes it takes people, once they get older and go through life experiences, it happens. And then some people have had life experience at an early age, and they've had to develop and grow, and so it's changed their, you know what I'm saying? And they mature differently. So it's all about, I mean, for me, I would say I would think I was more mature growing up. Did I have my fun? Yes. Have I had my hot girl summers? Yes. Over the last 3 years, though, I lost my mother. So that changed my whole outlook on life, like completely. So did I grow up more than I thought I was? Hell yeah, had to, because I don't got my anchor here. I don't got the person that I fall back on. So at the end of the day, I don't have nobody to fall back on but me and the things that I was raised and she taught me. So yeah, my outlook is totally different. So am I mature? So like, am I emotional? Hell yeah, I'm more emotional now because of that. Like, I'm like, something can happen and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And then I'm like, all right, you had your moment, get your shit together. And I have to coach myself. But that takes time. Like, people mature, you gotta grow into that. And it doesn't mean it's an age thing. It's just, you gotta figure out, you gotta learn yourself to know what you want. And then once you get there, you know, like, okay, I'm tripping, my bad. I was out of line. I'm gonna go back over here. And that's how it is.
See, y'all do use logic.
Yes, but you gotta take that sometimes.
Take a long time, though.
Sometimes, it just, I'm trying to tell you, the biggest thing about our thing out here is communication. We don't communicate. We hide stuff. We don't want to say stuff to people because we think it's gonna hurt their feelings, or we think it's gonna be, oh, we know you ain't scared to hurt nobody's feelings.
But that's the thing though. I've never said anything to hurt anybody's feelings. I've just been direct. A female can't expect me to talk like her because I'm not her.
And that's fine, direct, but sometimes
they want you to cater to how you
talk
to them.
Yeah, but
there you go.
It ain't I want you to really to understand what I'm telling you. I'm gonna say it directly how
I can't understand it because that way it hurts.
And ladies, you see that right there? You see how it look? We gotta stop doing that shit right there. Like,
you gotta say it another way.
Just stop. Get out your feelings. Get out your emotions. Like, I know we emotions, but like, take it.
It's like how a couple years ago when women was like, they was offensive about being called a female. It's like, who said that? That was, yes, women. It was a big issue that I came across several interviews where people was talking about stuff where women was like, yo, the word female is disrespectful.
Why? Why was it disrespectful?
I did not get a clear answer on that. It was just the word. It's like how women don't like how certain words sound. So they want to be called a bitch? Like, I'm so confused on that. Shorty. They might have do want to be called a bitch because one of the top songs now says, hey, sexual bitch, sexual hoe. Love the way you walk, love the way you talk.
Oh, yo, y'all be like, throw baby in. Do y'all listen to the words?
He ain't talking to me. That's why I say he ain't talking to me.
Might be why they didn't say things like female.
So, as far as this dating thing goes out here, man, what do y'all see yourselves being single for the rest of y'all lives? Well, you're not single now.
I'm in a relationship right now, but my lifestyle, the way I live, I probably is of a single person. Like, what I mean was, I can see myself being single because I never saw myself being in a relationship or married. So I ain't never gave a fuck about that.
So you still don't want to be with a person or married? Like, you don't want, with your career that you're going with now, like you're a comedian, right? And you do that stuff. Like, you don't want at the end of the night to enjoy that with somebody, or
I can do that.
Well, she means one body. There's somebody all over the place.
That one person, like your one person that like.
People don't mean, I don't mean that much to me. Because, like, I'm not saying that came out wrong. That's wrong.
That's what I was like, okay.
It came out wrong. It came out wrong.
Damn.
It came out wrong.
Oh, she don't watch.
How old are you?
It came out wrong. From the sense of what your question saying,
oh my God.
It's cool to have that one person that'll do it, but if that one person ain't there, I don't care because I'm still doing what I'm doing. Like, so I grew up wanting to play ball. Like, as long as I was playing ball, I don't give a fuck about everything else is just extra. So me doing what I like, I'm doing stand-up, I'm getting booked doing shows. Everything else, like a relationship, having somebody to share that with, I don't care. I care more about the fact that I'm doing what I want to do. Like, this is where my enjoyment comes from.
You're doing it, right? And you're successful, right?
Right.
You're a comedian, you're doing that. So at the end of the night, like, you go home, you don't like your girl, or you don't want a person you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you killed that shit.
I know I killed that shit. I know I killed that shit.
You know what I'm
saying?
Drop them pants, motherfucker.
I already know I killed that.
That's too strong.
That was very aggressive. I do not want. That's aggressive.
You keep that nigga in the room. I don't know.
Keep your pants up. You doing a lot, but not.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. That's just something you don't, like, you can, right now, like, you're in a relationship, but if it happens, you're not in a relationship, that's not going to bother or affect you because you are focused on your career.
I'm still successful, and as long as if I have the success of my career and stuff, all that other stuff, like, alright, bro, you can be along for the ride or not, because I'm the type of person where I've always had to do, like, I didn't need somebody else to go along with me in order to do it. Like, if I want a threesome, hey, listen, I'm gonna do this. Do you want to be a part of it or not? Because either way, I'm doing it. That's the type of person I've always been. So it's like, all right, listen, if you don't want to be along for this ride, okay, I'm still on this ride. You can wait at the end of the line or down somewhere down the line. I might see you again.
So do you think that maybe somewhere down the line, after you've been successful so many years, that may change? Like,
possible, but I mean, it's still like,
you don't think you're gonna get all fucked up?
No. There's 50 states, okay, in America, and there's a new graduating class every 6 months.
Oh,
I don't think I could ever get fucking tired of that. But the one person is cool. Like, if you don't get on my nerves, like if you just see, like I tell jokes for a living, like I have fun. So if you can't understand that what I do is some shit that don't take, none part of my life is like serious taking like that. It's a joke. Like I'm on stage all the time, I make people laugh. So if you can't just come along and have that fun, you want to bring some serious, some other shit, stay where you at.
See yourself being single for the rest of your life?
I would hope not. I don't want to be single the rest of my life. But if I happen to be single the rest of my life, am I happy? Yes, because I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with the life that I have built for myself, and I am content. So if I don't meet my person, or if I'm not with it, then yes, it might be a little bummer, because like at some point, I like to come home to somebody. As long as you ain't wearing me to fuck out, stressing me, all the extra shit, like I can't do all that. But yes, I do want to have that person, but if I don't, I will be fine. Because, listen to what I'm saying, I am happy with myself.
So that was a no?
No, I'm saying I want to be, I don't want to be single.
Can you see yourself being single?
Yeah.
You
said yeah.
I can see myself.
We got your answer already.
We know. We keep where you going.
Yeah, yours was a strong yes. We understood.
Do I see myself being single?
Right.
I hope not.
I didn't ask you where you want to get something to eat from. I asked you.
Oh, no, you asked me where I want something to eat from. I'm the type that's going, you see my way, I eat, okay? I'm going to tell you where I want to go to eat. I ain't missing a meal. Ask me where I want to go to eat.
So we will go.
Let's go to Old Charlie's. I will tell you quickly. I need to tell you where I want to go. Ask me another again, I'm going to say something else.
Now, are you one of them that, so you said Old Charlie, so you've been to Old Charlie's?
Yeah.
You one of them still gotta get the menu and look at this shit
Absolutely
15
not.
minutes to figure out what you want?
Plain salmon, blackened extra.
Come on, that's what I like. That's what I like right there.
Sweet
That's
potato
what I like.
with light butter and asparagus. Thank you.
Oh, they need
and if
to
you don't have
shit.
asparagus, then you can give me some broccoli double steam. Best believe. I know what I want. Like, tell me on another, babe, I'm going to stop somewhere else and get us some. Okay, well, I want this. In the next text, I'm telling you what I want.
I like that.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
I hate that. Well, what you got?
Oh no, you ain't gonna tell me.
Fuck they got.
Somebody, all you can say is, oh, I'm gonna stop by and pick some wings. Where at? I'm gonna stop at such and such. Oh, I'm on my phone. And then within 5 minutes, I want this. Like, I'm not. No, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna tell you what I want because I want what I want
When you want it.
when I want it.
Understood. I don't see myself
like
being single.
You don't?
Nah, I don't see myself being single for the rest of my life.
Would you be mad at it if you would? Like, would you feel, like you said, like some type of bummer if you was single?
If in fact I have failed at everything that I have tried and I'm still single, then that's gonna fuck me up. You know what I mean? Like failure and still no kids. Like goddamn, you know what I mean?
So you feel like if you don't have kids, you would be.
No. I feel like if I'm not successful at everything that I'm currently working on, then I'm the failure.
But okay, so if you're not successful and you had kids, that'd be way more of fucking failure and fucked up shit versus I failed, I come this far and failed, but at least I ain't got nothing that where this failure is going fuck
those two wouldn't coincide. Me not being successful at this and having a family wouldn't even work. That's a square peg in a round hole for me.
Oh, well, explain it.
You know what I mean?
That's how you had said it. That's how it came.
No, what I said was, if I'm not successful at this, and
meaning date like
this, everything that I'm doing,
okay,
DJing,
like your goals and all the stuff,
right? Yeah, outside the relationship shit.
Yeah, everything that I've set forth. Without that being correct, there is no any of that other stuff.
Right.
This is the foundation for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to cycle check.
Yeah, like, and I don't. So hearing both of y'all, like, I don't want you to, like, I feel like
just talk, man. You good?
You can have your goals. I think both of you are gonna be very successful.
Yeah, thank you.
I know.
Likewise, you already know.
Like, I know. I see his steps, and I've watched him over the years,
Yeah.
so I know that like you're gonna make it.
Right.
I don't know about you out here, just met you today, but just talking to you prior to, like, I feel your vibe. I'm a vibe person, energy person, so I know that you're gonna be successful in what you do as well.
And just like you set out goals and you start meeting them. You know what I mean?
But I don't want you like I just don't feel like just because like everything we set out to do goal wise, let's just be honest, some shit ain't gonna work out. Some shit gonna fuck up.
I fail.
Well, I mean,
this is not my first try.
Yeah, but the thing, okay, so this is the thing though, right? I see what you're saying, but excuse me, you're not gonna ever succeed until you fail. How the hell you gonna know how to, you know what I mean, bounce back and handle it? It's just like, you gotta be broke to understand the value of bread.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
How you gonna know how to handle some shit if you ain't never had it?
Shit, if you got it, I know what to do with it. I figured it out.
Like your man with the tax joke. You know what I mean? Every time, the man from last night, I forget his name, but he had a joke about black people getting tax money, and the first thing they do is go buy a car. They don't even pay the bills with the tax money and all that.
That's
kind of
niggas
shit.
just want to stunt. That's some nigga shit.
They never had the bread before, so you don't know what to do with it till you had it. When motherfucker had some bread and go broke, I bet that next time you get a piece of change.
I ain't never had no bread, but you give it to me. Oh, I know what to do with it. I know exactly what to do with it. I done learned a lot. I done heard and seen a lot enough to know what to do with it.
But
he's been without, so he know how to handle that shit.
What do you mean?
He just said if you
he said he ain't never been broke.
I said I ain't never had. I've been broke. I ain't never had the bread. But if you give it to me, I know what the fuck to do.
But that's the thing. Like I feel like if you've never been broke though, like that doesn't mean like you don't know what to do with it. It's all about how being taught with your. Okay, so I don't want to say I ain't never been broke. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my little struggle in college, but I was raised under a family that invested and told me what to do with money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's all about how you're taught and what you know. So for me, that don't mean to say I ain't gonna come out here and say I ain't, you know what I mean, I ain't never been broke. But at the end of the day, you give me some money, I'm gonna know what to do with it because I was taught. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned on my own and taught myself stuff. So for me, I cringe when I see our people, when tax money come around and then they in Walmart getting TVs.
Everybody in here heard
like,
money and got triggered. What we was talking about was success, right? And failures.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. Money triggers you. I'm sorry.
Shit, money
I should have
means
said.
success.
I should have never said money. I'm sorry.
Money means success. You ain't no broke. How you a broke
y'all.
success? What the
I
fuck
triggered
kind of shit is that?
I triggered y'all.
That ain't no
You
truth. That's the truth. How the fuck you successfully broke? No. Money equals success, nigga.
I triggered y'all.
It's not a trigger. I'm just saying.
That's
Like,
a fact. Money equals success.
The thing we were talking about before we get up out of here, it was just achieving goals, and I was saying I'm gonna achieve those. So if those don't get achieved, then there will be no.
So can I ask that? So if you don't achieve what you want to achieve, then you're not gonna have.
Because that's what I'm focused on.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I don't get that done, I'm not even looking over there for that.
Right.
Why? I'm not putting nobody's daughter through nothing.
I
You
know
know
that's
what I mean?
Right.
If I'm gonna do all this, that's so when you come in here, you already good. There's provision and protection over here, Charlotte.
That's what fucked me up, because I was on that stage and just so happened to fuck around and get in this goddamn relationship, but I'm like, I'm still trying.
So let me ask that: how you
shit.
get into a relationship if you was focused on something else? Like, you still allow yourself to get in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So you
Circumstances changed, and it was like, alright. And plus, it was like, I was the type where I was like, hey, fuck, I don't give a fuck about this shit. Just a cool person. Like, it's just a dope ass person. I'm like, alright, yeah, I mean, try this shit out. It was like, try this shit out.
Tried it on in the fit.
Try this shit out. Try this shit out.
Got his associates.
Try this shit out.
I'm just saying, you in 2.5? You said 2.5 years?
No, 1.5, almost
Oh.
2.
Yeah, associates.
That's time, but that shit don't mean nothing to me. Because we ain't alive forever. Well, we ain't alive forever, but I mean, like, life is a long time. Like,
I don't agree with that.
what I mean by that is, like, the barring, you know, something happens, somebody die early, you're going to be living a long time. So, like, from 30, you're 38 right now. So, 38 years, that's a long time. It's like,
That's only because you're 30.
18 years ago,
That's only because
20.
you're 30, man.
That's a long time.
That's
right?
only because you're 30.
That's what I'm saying. That's a long time.
Ain't
So
no
like,
long time, man.
the commitment, like for marriages to death do you part, right? Don't nobody want to get a divorce. Like that's a long fucking time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where you gotta find the person that works for you and your thing. And like, so for me, like getting to the relationship thing, I don't want a traditional wedding. Like that shit ain't for me at all.
What kind of wedding you want?
Like,
With the courthouse? What you mean?
I don't even want to go to the courthouse. Like,
common law?
and like, no, it even like for me, I don't even want to wear a wedding dress. Like that's just how.
You wanna wear pants?
Yeah, we got that Empress t-shirt on. Say what?
But like,
This is fuck. We about to have a getaway like this.
no. It's definitely gonna be ghetto, but you gotta understand.
These niggas about to have on white tees and forces.
I'm Marion Stupid with the arrow pointed.
I'm with her, goddamn.
No, I done seen that on the internet though. I saw some ghetto wedding shit like that. Now, that is not where I'm coming from. But I'm just saying, for me, I want my person to understand like where I'm at. So for me, I don't want a traditional wedding.
Married
I
at a
don't want
golden corral,
big,
reception and wedding.
No, but like
stuff.
you gotta understand, people want these big extravagant church weddings. Okay, for maybe back in the day when I was a girl, I wanted that. You know, I mean like a younger girl. I like a younger girl sometimes.
Wait, this whole time?
Shut up, I'm definitely.
That explains some.
All woman, okay.
That explains
I met a
some
younger
views.
woman.
That
But
explains
now,
some views.
since my mama and my grandma gone and my daddy gone, who I got on my side? I don't want no traditional, like, you want me to feel some type of way with your people over there, and then I'm going to look over here and my main hitters ain't here to support me?
Just Junior.
makes
Fuck that
sense.
shit.
Just Junior over
Nah,
there.
I don't want no
Makes
tradition. So you gotta
Makes
understand where I'm at in my life. Like I have a ceremony, but let's go to the beach or something. Like, and if you want me to wear a dress, sure, I put on something like, you know, if that's something that
So
you
you
want to
don't
see
need a
me
wedding.
go down. We don't really have to have. We can have a dope ass reception party, like after the fact. You know what I mean? And like celebrate with our loved ones, the ones that we really that supported us.
I think that just like the way you saying and stuff you said. I think that shit come with maturity and age, because motherfuckers that most women they want that shit. They like it's got to be like this. But what you saying and the aspect where you coming from is more like. Bro, that love, like, you weren't married for love just because I love this person. It's like, we got other shit going on outside of just goddamn love. Like, y'all got a partnership, a true understanding on how this shit finna rock. We don't give a fuck about the outside world.
Right, that's how relationships should
like,
be.
That shit,
like,
most women that I've heard say that they all came from, they were older. Like, it was older women. Most, when I say, they close to 40 and up.
I'm older,
and they were
so I'm
single.
2 years away away from 40, and
Like,
I'm
40
single.
and single, they all say that. That shit makes that shit makes more sense versus the younger girls who don't. The logic just ain't hit them yet. They still think marriage is supposed to be some fairy
It's about
tale
the wedding
shit.
and the glamour.
Yeah,
Life gonna hit. Life got a way of humbling everybody though.
It does.
Life got a way of humbling everybody.
Shoot.
Knocks you down.
Hey, look, man.
You gotta pick your
I
stuff
be
back.
wanting a lot of these women to get the shit slapped out of them.
We gonna get it together, women. It ain't about bashing us. We just gotta be better. But don't let these. I mean, I feel like we should take heed from a men's point of view because, you know, we often wonder what they think and what we want to know, and they are clearly telling us.
Before you sign us out, because you just said that. So, do you agree with Kevin Samuels' point of view on shit? Because you said y'all we gotta listen to women, we gotta listen to men. But you just said women, we gotta listen to men.
What?
And his point of view, although it can be brutal at times,
It's the real.
I have never heard not one man disagree with what the fuck he said.
It's been
outside
It's been some dude.
of that dude who's disagreeing with what he said is only disagreeing with what he said because he's trying to get some pussy from a woman that he's disagreeing in the conversation with,
Okay.
or disagreed off like when he told the chick, I mean, he just can't be like you bigger than Emmitt Smith, like you the size of a football player, that type of shit. That's the only two things the disagreements from men has came from, like how he might take a shot at a couple of them, and the ones who just lying, like man, he's just saying nah, he lying, but they just trying to get some pussy.
Are you familiar with who we talking about?
Is that the man that's on the internet? Well, I mean, he does like these relationship topic things.
Yeah,
Work
glasses.
glasses.
He's an image consultant.
I know who you're talking about. I've watched a couple of his interviews because somebody was like, we want to hear verses between him and what's the lady who fixed my life?
Oh shit! Oh damn!
So I was like, damn.
It was no verses.
I watched it.
I would too.
Hey, Swiss Beats, Timberland, hook that up. Like, y'all fans saying, and Kevin Samuels was in the verses.
I
You heard it?
definitely.
Yeah, well, you ain't hear it first because she heard it from somebody. But
I did hear
we putting it out.
But yeah,
shit.
I would say, I definitely think that when men talk, listen to what they're saying. Because most of the time, they're telling you something like, and we don't have we're so caught up sometimes. And women, like, I'm not saying we gotta listen to what I'm saying. Like, when men speak, because like he said earlier, most men are not sit here and have conversations or converse with you or give it to. But when they start speaking on stuff, you need to tune in and shut the fuck up and listen to what they're saying, because they're dropping you some gems and they're giving you knowledge of stuff that how they interact and how they feel. And sometimes we want to hear what they say only to respond. Well, I heard what you said, but it should be like, no, that's how you feel. Listen to what he's saying and how he feels. And then that's when you sit there, and if that's something that you really want to do, y'all come to agreement and an understanding on it. Because, I mean, his view is going to be his view, and your view is going to be your view. So there has to be somewhere meet in between if you want to go down that path, because you can't change that man. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to change the man.
That man don't need you. Hey, the man does not need you.
@_C_Lowe 1937.
No, that's the old one.
You need that man. That man don't need you.
Give your Instagram though, for real.
But I ain't like that segment too much now.
You need the man, because
No.
the man, listen, like he said, he's building everything.
Ain't no partnership.
He's building
Ain't no
everything,
partnership.
right?
Yo.
So the
Ain't no
man is
partnership.
established. Man, if the man is successful, he has money.
Mm-hmm.
He really don't need no fucking woman, cause he can get it. He can get his food. He can have all that shit, wash your clothes, all that shit. Everything else, that shit can just be done. Only thing you need a woman for is sex. That's why if you ask any woman, ask them, outside of sex, how do you keep your man? If you could never have sex again, how you gonna keep your man? What the first thing that 9 times out of 10, the first thing they say is, I got a mouth. Like, so you just subjected yourself to 2 different holes to keeping a man.
Oh, I don't see that. Yeah, I've heard women say that, but that ain't my viewpoint about keeping a man. That don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? My shit is great, but like, I don't want that the reason that a man want to stay around me. You get what I'm saying?
So if you can't have sex, you're in a relationship, you can't have sex, how do you keep him?
I think
First off,
that's
I
a
don't
question.
need to be kept.
Hold on. That's a question we need to have more than one woman here to answer.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
That's just my. Well, that's just because it's gonna come. Every woman's gonna have a different view.
Yeah.
That's why I want more women here to answer.
So,
that.
like,
so we'll.
Yeah.
But we need to. We're gonna find some other we're gonna find some other females to talk to about this.
Because I'm gonna tell you, probably me and other females probably don't agree on the same
Clearly.
terms and paths, and that's okay. Like that's fine, but I'm not gonna down the female. But
they should agree.
I just feel like we're never gonna get to a place if we just continue to like.
You need to start leading your black sisters.
I mean, I do. I talk to them. I have groups that we talk, and it's just whether you want to learn and be open, or you want to continue down the white man's mentality.
We are gonna have a part 2 to this whole movie.
I just have.
I want more women here. We're gonna have a part 2 to this. B Mack, give me your Instagram.
Comedian B Mack.
58 South on Instagram.
My one that's up now is Courtney.Lowe 9273.
That's what we're doing.
She had to think about it.
I did.
For sure.
I saw the flick of the eyebrows.
I was like,
oh, that shit too.
Cause my old one I can't get back in, and it sucks.
It happens, man. It happens. The ShopTalk one, I haven't been on it in a while because I don't remember
passwords and shit.
Yeah, so
everything's
50.
That's why I can't log out of my shit. I will not get back in that motherfucker.
That's what it do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Till the next time. Thank y'all. We out.